One of the questions I get the most when live streaming here in the Hunter Call of the Wild is, what is my longest shot? Now that has recently changed from 403 meters, just from a random hunt, to 414 meters, but I've been thinking, we can beat that, so why not try it here on Medved? And the idea is going to be hunt up here on the ice. I know moose love this area. If I zoom in a little further, you can see all of these zones, most of them are for moose, so we'll head up to this tent, and we'll see if we can get a shot longer than 414 meters. So we've kind of got moose everywhere here. A couple of them are a little further out, and I think I managed to get one to despawn, and there she is respawning right back in. Now we're going to back up a little bit to make sure it's farther, but the thing is with this, the longest shot does say a vital hit, so I don't know, like, let's say we were to hit this one in the neck bone or the spine and drop it. I don't know if that ends up actually counting, but I hope I've ended up going at least 15 meters. We'll back up another few more steps. Obviously, we can't range her properly. I don't know how far away she is, but I think we will go for it from right about here. So we'll use the 7 mil. Probably want to put a scope on that. 0'd 4 300, and I'm going to let her actually put her head back down, because if we hit her, I want her to actually go down. Alright. We get a hit? We did. Oh, nailed her. Her percentage... What the heck was that? That was bizarre. Got him too. But, yeah, her percentage dropped right down. That was just a matter of... Let's get that off the screen. That was a matter of her being so far away that the spine or neck shot, whatever we got, didn't drop her immediately. You lose quick kill when you're taking crazy long range shots. The 414 meter shot that I have was actually on a springbuck. That was a gold moose. Not bad. But a double lung shot with the 243 on a springbuck does normally drop them. They'll run a little bit, but you do get 100% quick kill. On the 414 meter shot, I got 98% quick kill, so that is a thing. That is why she ran off a little bit, but that's a heck of a start. We might have broken the record already. Oh, and we just had another one spawn in. Alright, so I'm going to watch this number. I'm going to back up until it goes to 805, I think. That's about as far as I'm willing to go, so she does not render back out. Don't know if we'll be lucky enough to hit this as well. Did we get her? We hit her. I ended up looking at the wrong one. But I don't think... Wait. Yeah, she did not go down. Alright. So, how far was that shot? That shot was 407 meters. I didn't get far enough back, but got right into the thoracic spine, so that didn't actually drop too badly at 407. Oh, and that one actually died. So that should have been a vital hit as well, and the longest vital shot didn't change, so that might not have been over 414 either. I really did feel like, though, that this shot was actually further than the last. It could have still been under 414, I guess, but it seemed like it was pretty dang far, so I don't know if it was a matter of maybe, like, getting liver, and maybe that's why, because that is a low bleed rate from the look of it, so that would make sense. I don't remember exactly where I was aiming, but I was a little bit further back, so that could be it. 412 and left lung. Okay, so that wasn't far enough once again, so I'm going to have to be a little more kind of, not risky, but once I think it's far enough, go a good 10 meters further, because they should render out right about 440, so we can definitely go further than what we're getting. That seems a little more difficult. Got a couple of musk deer out here. It might actually be better. The 223 is a more accurate rifle. And I don't know, it might actually be easier to get a vital hit. And maybe more forgiving in the fact that if I miss, I don't have to miss by much to miss the entire animal and therefore get another opportunity. But I gotta run over here further to the right because the 223 doesn't have very good penetration. Another one here. So I need to be as broadside as possible. That's gotta be out there though. I can't even spot that one. If I spot that as I'm moving over here, we can use the map to get a better idea of what we're dealing with. That one's like 310, so the one beyond that should be pushing 400, and we're pretty good now here to let it render out and then move back in. Or I just rendered out there. Got to move back in, and then I need to try to like find out a way to know how far I'm moving. It's just really difficult. I'm gonna like count steps, I guess. Okay, so like 24 steps. So if I go back to say 21, 22, that should be okay. That should be about as far as I can go. So 223, 04, that is a 22, 04, 300 meters. Make sure that's the right one. It is. See if we can land this. We definitely hit it. Right out of render immediately. And, no hunting pressure just yet. Let's actually check in here. Longest vital hit is 415 meters now, so I think we should have just gotten a lung, and it's going to take that long to die or something. But I believe we just did break our long shot record by literally a meter. And by the way, just to clarify, this decimal right here is not counted for some bizarre reason. Like, there's hidden decimals in the game, we know that from trophy ratings, and yet, like, on a shot, it does show the distance, like the exact distance, but for some reason in your longest shot vital hit, it doesn't. I don't understand that at all. But, yeah, that part of it doesn't count. So it wasn't exactly a 415 meter shot. That's just kind of the way it's counted for some reason. But we do now have hunting pressure up there, and it was standing right about there. So we did manage to get a vital hit on a musk deer at 415 plus meters. There she is, dead right there on the first try as well. That's actually not bad, being able to land that. I'm very curious to see where we hit it. And, like, I know my first diamond was a musk deer, and I double lunged it at like 16 meters. So that'll actually drop them in their tracks, and I think further out they run for a bit. But I'm curious to see, like, if it lacks penetration over like 400 plus meters to where you can't get double lung, or if my shot just barely clipped the lung, or what actually happened, because it took so long to die. I'm actually quite interested in seeing what happened, because as I said, the range of a shot does really make a difference on the quick kill. That appears to be maybe a low bleed rate. I think it's medium. Pretty sure. Yeah. So what do we have then? This is actually very interesting to me. I'm very curious. This is 415.46. Dang near a perfect heart shot, but no penetration at that range. Very interesting. So new long shot record for me is 415.46. I'm going to screenshot that so I can remember, but not bad. Did it on one of the smaller animals in the game. But now, of course, we at least got to try a few more shots. I'd like to get it on like a larger game animal, just because I feel like there might be a little further render, because that was as far back as I could get, because I was like counting steps backwards, and one more step and it would have rendered back out. So I'm not sure, but I wonder if a larger game animal would actually render in sooner. What is... I'm stuck. How do I fix this? There we go. Alright, hopefully we have a better chance here. I've been backing off on this guy for a while. He should be rendering out soon. The issue is the angle, but I think it should, in theory, be okay to drop right down into the lungs. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing I did with the musk deer. I'm going to count my steps to know exactly how far back I can go, and then we'll go like one step short of that. Alright, so he just rendered in right about there, and I'll count steps backwards and see how many I can take. Alright, I think this is literally as far as I can get on flat ground, so 0 300, and I know pretty much that I gotta aim just above his spine to hopefully get it drop right down into the lungs. I think, yeah, we definitely got a hit. He is right out of render, and honestly, I'm not sure we can actually get over 415. I don't know if we can get to the 416 mark to actually make it say 416, but we know it was 415.46, so if we beat that, then that's all good. But we might not have even gotten a lung hit here. He might not even die for all I know. While we're waiting to find out, though, we might have another chance at a much more favorable angle. This would be a lot better to actually get into the lungs, and now we gotta do the count again. I pretty much know that 21 steps is the max, so I'm gonna get to 21 steps and then just like sneak back a half a step or two and see if we can manage to kind of grab that extra bit of range. Alright, that should be about as far as we can get. Still 0 for 300. And we got a hit, and she was literally out of render before she took a step. So that's probably the longest shot I can possibly get but was it actually in the vitals? We can check. Still says 415. It could have actually been a vital hit, and it's just a fact that it was like between 415 and 416. But no hunting pressure from the bull, so I don't think that was a vital hit. And it might not have been on the cow either. It's impossible to say, because they take a moment to die with that single lung shot. Is that our bull? Yeah, it is. So, certainly was not a vital hit on him. Can try to just drop him now. He's still moving out there. I think maybe that was lumbar spine? Yeah, he didn't die yet. His percentage dropped right away, so I thought it might have been, but either way, I don't see hunting pressure from the female moose either, so I think she might have survived that as well. Oh, there is hunting pressure from the female. In fact, they are both dead out there in roughly the same place, so that would lead me to believe the female was then a vital hit, I would think. And then the male, I want to see just how far it was, so it might actually be next to impossible to get a 416 meter shot without a height advantage, like being up above the animal. Oh, hello. You're not bad. Might as well shoot you since we're here. Cool. So yeah, if we were up on a hill, render distance is horizontal. So basically you're looking at like the hypotenuse of the triangle, that being the longest side, and therefore you can get a longer shot, but that's a little more difficult, harder to set up. Like on a random scenario, of course, that can happen, but when I'm trying to get like a bunch of long shots in a video, I kind of just need to go in open areas like this out on the ice, and that's all fine. We managed to break our long shot record. I just want to see if we can do anything better with these couple of meese. I want to see just how far those hits were, and I don't think I would count, like, let's say that bull first shot was actually 415.46 plus. I wouldn't count it because it wasn't actually a kill shot. Oh yeah, definitely was a vital hit on the cow. So, interesting then. Just making sure, yeah, that's still 415, so as said, it could have actually been longer. I feel like it might have been longer just because, like, immediately the second we took the shot, she was out of render, but apparently it wasn't longer to the point where we got an extra, like, half a meter even. But I want to see. Does actually look like from the blood here that was a lumbar spine on the second shot here. First it was 415.08, and then, yeah, lumbar spine at 399. So that actually wouldn't have broken the long shot record anyway had that been a vital hit. And this one I think might have just broken what we had earlier. This one is 415.75. So that is the new long shot record for me by just a bit. But you saw just how quickly after we took that shot that she just went out of render. I'm not even sure that we could squeeze another quarter meter in to get a 416 to show. I'm not really sure that it's possible. So I'm going to look into some spots as I just kind of hunt around in the upcoming weeks. I have no idea when I'll do a continuation of this, but I'm going to see if I can get some areas where I have a zone in a place that I can overlook it and make a longer range shot than 415.75, or basically long enough to say 416 on the codex there. So I'll check that out. I'll see if I can find any spots. If you guys have any that you know of, where there tends to be a zone where you can get like a long range shot, maybe from a lookout point could be a thing. That's something I should definitely look into. There's a spot on Africa that I kind of recall, a lookout point where I was getting really long range shots on wildebeest. But anyway, ending with a 791 silver musk deer. But what do we get? I think 400 meter kill shots. Wasn't bad, and we broke our long shot record twice. So thank you guys for hanging out today. That was actually a lot of fun. I can't wait to do some more of the long range shooting, and I shall see you next time.